Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to 한썸 한국어. 한썸? Some? What does that even mean? Well, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen Koreans eat 삼겹살? If you are, you may know that we don't just eat 삼겹살 by itself. We take lettuce, put meat inside, maybe add some garlic, 쌈장, and wrap it up all into one perfect bite. And that is called 쌈. It makes everything come together, like flavors, texture, and the whole experience. And that's exactly what we are doing here. Instead of learning random words here and there, we're gonna wrap three expressions into one story so they stick in your brain, like a really delicious 삼겹살. Alright, so let's jump into today's expression. I hope you're hungry because I've got some tasty Koreans for you. So I made my own story using three expressions today and I wrote it in my pad. First, I'm gonna read only Korean. Don't be afraid, just feel the vibe because I'm gonna reading with acting. 오늘의 주인공은 민수. 민수는 새로운 프로젝트를 맡았는데 와, 이거 시작부터 난리였어요. 다들 이건 무리야 라면서 뒤로 빠졌지만 민수는 물불 안 가리고 도전했죠. 근데 문제는 팀원들이었어요. 처음에는 다 같이 열심히 하다가 갑자기 다들 손을 놓고 있는 거예요. 결국 민수는 혼자 밤을 새며 일해야 했죠. 근데 이 와중에 갑자기 상사가 상황 파악도 안 하고 화부터 내는 거예요. 완전 불난집에 부채질하는 거죠. 민수는 속으로 이랬어요. 아, 이럴 거면 좀 가만히 좀 계시지. Okay, so let's go back to Minsu's story. This time, I will read it again while explaining a bit in English. I will translate some of the key expressions along the way, but don't worry about the exact meaning yet. Just try to get the overall feelings in Korean. And remember, we will break it down those three expressions right after that. So just go with the flow for now, then we'll dive deeper together. So today, the main character name was 민수. 민수는 새로운 프로젝트를 맡았다. 민수 started a new project. And he said, 와, 이거 시작부터 난관이었어요. 난관 means it's like, wow, it was super tough. Like, why did I even sign up for this? That much tough. 다들 이건 무리야 하고 빠졌지만 다들 means like everybody. Everybody was like, 이건 무리야. 이건 무리야? I can say it's impossible. So everybody was like, it's impossible. 하고 빠졌지만 민수는 물불 안 가리고 도전했어요. So this one is today's the first expression, 물불 안 가리고. This is kind of, everybody was like, no, this is impossible. But for 민수, okay, challenge accepted. I'm gonna do it. This attitude is 물불 안 가리고. He accepted the challenge and went into 물불 안 가리고. 근데 문제는 팀원들이었어요. But the problem was the team member. 처음에는 다 같이 열심히 하더니 at first they are like all motivated and they are all work hard, but then 갑자기 다들 손 놓고 있는 거예요. This one is our second expression today. 손 놓고 있는 거예요 means like at first they were trying to do something very hard, but after that they just stopped and they do nothing. That's 손 놓고 있다. 결국 민수는 혼자 밤새면서 일을 해야 했죠. So even though everyone gave up, but 민수, he was pulling all-nighter. 근데 이 와중에 we can say background of the situation is it's like getting worse. 갑자기 상사가 와서 상사 is boss. Suddenly the boss showed up and he shouted. He started yelling without even knowing what was going on. 상황 파악도 없이 without even knowing what was going on. This situation, third expression, 불난집에 부채질하다. So like this moment, things couldn't get worse. 그러면서 민수는 속으로 아, 이럴 거면 그냥 가만히 계시지 했단 이야기입니다. So that is like 민수, he was in his mind, he just thought, oh, thank you boss, that was really helpful. Not. Okay, the very first expression, 물불 안 가리고. This literally means not caring, not distinguishing water and fire. 물 means water and 불 is fire. 안 가리고 means not caring or not distinguishing. So this literally means not caring water or fire. So it's like saying I don't care whether it's water or fire. I will do it anyway. You know that the movie Elementary, there's water and fire and they are so opposite. But when you are desperate, you have to take both. This is 물불 안 가리고.
Imagine this. It's 11:59 p.m. and your final paper is due at midnight. Your laptop battery is under 2% and your charger is missing. And suddenly, the Wi-Fi crashes. What do? You sprint to your neighbor's house in your pajamas, knocking like a maniac, begging for Wi-Fi. Because, deadline first, dignity later. That is 물불 안 가리고, the survivor mode.
Oh, and here's one more expression. 찬밥 더운 밥 안 가린다. This means not being picky. If you're starving, you don't care if the food is cold or hot. Just eat whatever it is. So this means 찬밥 더운 밥 안 가린다. So 물불 안 가리고 or 찬밥 더운 밥 안 가린다. Those two expressions means desperate times call for desperate measures.
불 안 가리고. 물불 안 가리고.
The second one is 손 놓고 있다. This is very simple. 손 means hand. 놓고 있다 means letting go or do nothing. So 손 놓고 있다, it literally means hands are off. So imagine that you are playing a video game and you just dropped the controller. No participation and no effort. That's 손 놓고 있다. Or let's say you ever have a day where you're drowning at work but your brain isn't just functioning. So like you need to do 10 things at once but you are just staring at the monitor, zoning out, not doing anything. That's 손 놓고 있다.
Imagine a kitchen during a dinner rush. The chef is yelling, orders are piling up, customers are waiting, but the new guy, he's just standing there doing nothing. Everyone else is losing their mind and he's like, should I slice this or dice it? Dude, do something. That is 손 놓고 있다 in action. 손 놓고 있다. 손 놓고 있다.
The last one, 불난 집에 부채질하다. Okay, this one is a little dramatic. 불난 집 means a house on fire and 부채질하다 means to fan the flames. So imagine a house is literally on fire and instead of helping, someone's like, hey, let me fan that for you. Oh my god, making bad situation even worse? That's 불난 집에 부채질하다. You know those people who have to make things worse? Like, things are already bad and they just have to throw the gasoline on the fire. That's 불난 집에 부채질하다.
Picture this. Your friend just had the worst date ever. She's ranting about how the guy showed up late, talked about his ex the whole time, and then asked to split the bill with a calculator. And then, instead of comforting her, you go like, oh yeah, I heard he's actually getting back with his ex. Boom! 불난 집에 부채질하다. 불난 집에 부채질하다. 불난 집에 부채질하다.
So that's all about today's expression. Did you enjoy today's expression? I just hope that you're not 손 놓고 있다 when it comes to practicing Korean. And if learning Koreans feel tough, don't worry. I'll be here, not 불난 집에 부채질하다, but actually helping you out. So next time I will take more fun Korean expressions. So until next time, 안녕!